What's up, guys? Welcome to YKW2, the post show where we go over YKWD and just like hang out with a guest. I'm Gabby Bryan.
I'm Mike Suarez.
And today we have Eli Sairs. What's up?
Hey, dudes. What's up? Thanks for having me.
Of course. Eli is like the reigning champion of Roast Battle. It's an honor to be in your company right now.
Stop.
Your presence.
It's an honor to be here. This place rules.
He's riding that rocket. He's East Coast and West Coast champion.
For now, yeah.
You're undefeated since being champion, which is awesome. You've only lost like once, right?
Once ever, yeah. Patrick Schroeder beat me, my friend.
And
he's great.
And you've beat him several times since, haven't you?
Once since. We had a rematch and I won it. But he's
in life.
He's one of the best, I think. In life.
You're doing great.
There's a ton of new great roasters right now.
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been great watching those shows.
We're going to battle in end of April, right?
At some point.
The two of y'all are?
Yeah.
We're supposed to.
Shit.
Lewis is trying to get us to do that.
That would be sick, dude. Yeah, do it. There's no reason not to. Like, it's just fun. As long as you have fun, that's really, it's like, I don't know, it's like wrestling. Like, as long as you have fun, it's as long as it's entertaining to the crowd, they don't give a fuck who won or anything like that.
That's true. I'm so nervous, and I also love you, and I just don't want to destroy you, but I will. If I have to, life or death, I will take you down, but I don't want to.
Can't think my father hasn't said to me already.
Ooh, zing. Okay, let's go over last week's episode. It was so funny.
Yeah, tired Liza.
Tired Liza is the episode.
Why is it called that?
Because Matteo kept impersonating Liza Minnelli.
That's right. Okay.
And he was a little sleepy, so it was like a sleepy impersonation.
Yeah, he does an amazing impersonation of her. We had Matteo Lane, Joe List, whose Netflix special just came out this week.
Yeah.
This comes on Thursday, so it was 2 days ago.
Yeah, on Tuesday.
And he'll be on tonight's show tomorrow, then Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So
can't wait. He's so fucking funny.
I don't know why I know his schedule so well. But
also, right now, he's at the dentist. He'll be there for another hour and a half.
Getting his small mouth shut down. So. And then with all of his rings, Dante Nero is also here.
Those rings were... Did you notice the rings when you watched the episode?
I didn't, but I'm familiar with Dante's rings.
Yeah,
I've
sure.
seen it.
He was sitting here, and I was sitting here, obviously, and those rings were getting so close to my eyeballs, I was freaking out the whole time. Like, I just kept being like, all right, okay. Did he get passionate, and it'd be like right here?
And they're really weird looking rings. Like, they're cool.
They're like horns and
like,
hooks.
Like, I don't know, some futuristic outer space society, like their version of Super Bowl rings.
Yes.
Or something.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like a Mad Max, not Mad Max villain,
but
like a guy you go to trade gasoline for water.
It's like he won the Thunderdome like 10 times.
Yeah,
and he has a ring for every time
it.
he murdered someone.
Yeah.
And he's so kind too, but he showed up wearing like the show was going on, so I went out to get him, and he was wearing a snakeskin jacket, and I'm like, I don't know if I feel safe around you, but
I think I feel safer around him.
No, now
because I think I'm on
him.
his good side, and was like, well, no one's gonna fuck with me right now. No one's gonna fuck with you when you're standing next to Dante.
You feel fully protected.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a real life triple X. So. It's great. It's awesome being here. He's kind of like a guy who wouldn't use guns. He just like punches people.
No,
he
like deflects bullets with his rings.
Yeah, like, pang, 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 and then
he fucking catches one in the air with his
bullets.
mouth.
Yeah,
He's like,
just throws one of his wrist gauntlets at people. His gigantic 10-pound bracelets. Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we had a lot going on. Tired leads, like I said, like Gabby said, named after Matteo's impression. We had a letter that Bobby thought was sent to us last week, and we play the clip real quick.
Bobby?
Yes, please. Let Liza read it.
Okay.
She just saved you.
Okay. I'm a really big podcast listener, way above the norm, and I got the anxiety, so, anything to get out of my head. I listen on my commute in and out of the city from Brooklyn. I listen in the car. I listen while I cook. I listen while I'm in the shower. I listen in the supermarket. I listen on my way to the bar. And I'm gonna get stabbed one of these days from walking in on my podcast Oblivion. But I listen to Burr. I listen to Marin. I listen to CBB.
The Whisper.
I listen to Pardo.
I love how the guest is so enamored with it.
I listen to This American Life. I listen to a couple of sports shows. ... I want you to know that my first listen on Monday and Thursday, that day everyone uploads their podcasts, is YKWD. Everyone on the cast, because you laugh so hard, they're funny. I love that I never know who's going to be absolutely out of their mind insane from week to week. I love it. And there's so many of you in the room, and I like it at the same time, just one-on-one. I really laugh my ass off every show. I think you guys are killing it. And I just wanted to encourage you. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Ron.
Thank you.
P.S. Bobby. Good luck with the delivery of your kid.
It was not from that week. He sent me this random
great.
message, and he was like, "You got to read the one from this week." And is this one? And he got mad. He was like, "That's the only
From
one I
when
sent
Max
you."
was born.
And it's like, it's from 2013. I'm not the idiot.
2013.
So-
He does sound like that. Does sound like Liza Minnelli after some of the pills.
oh,
It's
yeah.
an exceptional impression.
It's amazing.
His
It is
only
tired.
better impression is his impression of Joe Mackey. So
Oh yeah, he tried to do it, but he was a little hoarse.
right, but if you ever listen to Keeping Joe, he does it. He does the phone calls for Joe Mackey calling in. So it's amazing.
I'll tell you
Joe
what.
Mackey.
Just speed it up by about 10 times, and that'll be the Joe Mackey impression.
exactly.
Just fast forward it.
So-
Joe is
I
the
love that
fast
he
forward
makes Joe
advisor.
talk like he's like a street thug too. It's the best.
Wait, Joe talks like he's a thug?
Mateo's impression of
Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, makes him say like fucked up shit.
Yeah,
That's
like,
great.
Hey, dog. He's always saying that. That's his catchphrase as Joe Mackey. So
Matteo is one of the fucking funniest guests I think we've had, just naturally.
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah.
Love that dude.
He's awesome. He managed to make like an impression as out of the spotlight as Liza Minnelli, like so amazing again. So, Judy Garland's
Gotta love
daughter.
Liza.
So that happened. That was great. And then the other thing, we had this going on.
What is this?
We looked at the clip of Richard Pryor's youngest son doing
Oh, yeah.
comedy.
I hadn't seen that. I heard about it. I didn't see it until I saw this episode.
Yeah.
Don't say that on my podcast.
I mean,
How
it's not
dare you?
real. If God
Well, they're kind of going all over the place. We can play it, and then we're going to get clipped again, I think. But
Oh yeah.
basically what happened was he didn't do well. And what is your thought on when that happens to legacy comics?
When what happens? Oh, legacy comics, like comics who are like born into it. I don't know a lot about him. How long has he been doing it? Do we know?
We looked it up, but it was actually quite a few years. It's been like 7 or 8 years. It's
Okay.
been a while.
That's
Most
still-
of it's been trying to be acting, it seems. But
Okay, it's still just not advisable to try to do the Apollo before you're like 10 years in or something like that.
yeah, I would just try not to do the Apollo.
Yeah, that's
Try
probably
to avoid that
That's
place.
probably right. Like I get why. I get it. Look, I respect the fuck out of him for doing it.
Yeah.
Like I have mad respect for him. And like when you're a comic, you need people to tell you not to do stuff. Because I remember being like 6 months in and being like, "Well, I'm going to try to get on this. I'm going to do this," and people would kind of say like, "You're not ready for that," and you get kind of like defensive about it. And people were reluctant to just tell a new comic that kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
imagine Richard Pryor's son, like, who's going to tell him like, "No, don't do this. You can't do that." So like I respect that he did it, but he needs people around him to tell him like, don't fucking do the Apollo. You're not ready for that.
Especially when your dad is like one of the best. You got to know when you're ready to open that door that's kind of already open for you. You know what I mean? Like he'll get that stage time whenever because he's fucking Richard Pryor's son. But like know when you should use your name to get something.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. It's tough because like I imagine even doing open mics for this dude, you're just under a spotlight because it takes years to not be shitty at comedy. You know that. Like we all
Yeah.
know that. So like those to have that spotlight on you during your developmental years, that sounds terrifying. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't do stand up. I would if my dad was like an amazing stand up comedian. I would try to like be a filmmaker or something. I don't know, like something else.
Got to do something different.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Fuck him. You don't like him? You
No, I mean, he's
what's his
not-
name? What's Richard Pryor's son's name?
Mason Pryor.
Yeah.
Mason.
Mainly because he's just trying to look exactly like his dad. He's really just trying to use it. I thought. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but he's also not trying to become a better comic. He was just trying to just ride the wave.
Do we know that?
I don't know if we
That's
Do we
my
know that?
opinion.
I mean,
I think that's a stereotype a little bit. Like maybe he.
You're a stereotype.
Fuck you.
well, listen.
No,
we
no,
all
here's what I mean.
we all know the stereotype that all black people try to use their famous comedian dad's success for their own.
That's
Good.
true.
But like,
No, but what
we've
I
all
meant
heard that.
is that like in your case, like,
Yeah.
you didn't let anyone know about your situation, and
Yeah, but who's to
Is
say?
your mother Mom's Mabley?
Yes.
Oh.
My
Grandmother?
mom is Sarah Silverman. We look so similar. No, my dad's a musician, and I I mean, I understand. Like, I didn't want to go. I did music in high school a little bit.
Yeah, it's equivalent if you were.
I'll do the Apollo. You'll be fine.
My dad, who's
I didn't know this about you.
So
I didn't know this about you. You'll be fine. Just be like, listen, my father Bob Dylan is a legacy. You're gonna love me at the Apollo.
No. But like, what was I gonna say? Like, I did music in high school, right? But I always wanted to do something different than my dad because you are kind of like in the shadow of your parent who succeeded at that. Not like I would really get compared to Bon Jovi at all, but like, I don't know. I think like,
are you Bon Jovi's kid?
Well, my dad's in Bon Jovi.
Oh,
He's
sick,
a keyboarder.
dude.
Yeah,
cool.
But keyboarder.
The old
I like
keyboarder.
that. I've never said that before, but he's a keyboarder.
Keyboard. And that sounds like he types for them instead of playing the keyboard.
He's the scribe for Bon Jovi.
You're doing what I would do.
Well, he
then.
does do that.
The way you're doing something different. That's what I would do.
Yeah,
You're
but
doing
it's still in the
stand-up.
performance realm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no one's gonna like. Yeah, if you were Bon Jovi's kid, I get like people would be like, "Oh, what are you trying to piggyback off?" But no disrespect to your dad. I bet he's awesome. But like, I don't think anyone's gonna. If you tried to do music, would people accuse you of what you're accusing young Mason of?
Well, he's not that young, but he's not like he's 18, all right?
How old is he?
He's in his 30s.
Really?
Like,
Black don't crack. He looks like he's 17.
Yeah. He's making himself look like young Richard Pryor. Like, he has his haircut. He's basically dressing like him.
Well, that is just you being racist, I think.
Yeah.
Like, he's
his hair textures, his skin color is exactly the same.
It's crazy. His skin
He's not
is
trying to be
black
himself.
too.
He's trying to be his dad. I mean,
yeah,
it's
but
not,
how do you know that?
Is
Maybe
he?
he just
he started
looks
off
like
his set with going the hello. He was doing that whole
That's
shit.
kind of a thing. I feel like that might be a kind of thing where you want to get it out of the way. Like, everyone knows it, so you're just kind of clearing the air. Like, okay, let me give him this. I saw a comic. Fuck.
I just love how you guys are being so nice about it because he's black and you feel you can't be mean to a black guy.
No, I'm mean to black guys all the time.
Listen.
No, you're confused. I hate black people. No, I'm kidding. I love them. I prefer them.
And Eli doesn't think they're people. So it's
And Eli's from the fucking South. So
that's why I said that. I'm just kidding.
No. I kind of get where he's coming from.
No, I get it. It's rich stuff. I'm just
Also,
saying.
like,
who's coming from?
I guess my
Mason?
thing is more like I don't give a shit that it's hard because it's hard for all of us. So it's like he already
It's
has.
harder for him, though.
No, it's not. Because he gets that TV credit just from being.
Yeah,
his
but he
last
gets
name.
embarrassed on TV now. Like, everyone sees this. Like,
that's his
all
fault.
it's all under like this.
It's not his fault though. It's like
fishbowl, whatever.
It's like you could go to a mic and have like a clean slate kind of, but this guy's always trying to fill shoes that are infinitely bigger than his. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I just don't know enough about him to make I don't know how he regards stand up, how much he respects it, how hard he works at it, and I can't know just from this.
that's bold as fuck for him to even go into stand up.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. Look, maybe he's just like an actor and he never does stand up and he just thinks, oh, my dad's Richard Pryor, I'll just do this shit. And if that's the case, yeah, fuck him. But I have no way of knowing that.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's just
All I see is a comic in a hard situation, and the comic in me is like, ugh. Like my first impulse isn't just be like, fuck this guy. It's gonna be like, god damn it, you played it wrong. Like,
I just don't feel bad for him. I guess that's better for me to put it. Like, I don't feel bad for him, therefore fuck him. I don't really care.
Yeah, you probably hate rich people too.
Nah, but there's other comics we see in the city who are just trying, and it's like, oh yeah, that I feel bad for that situation. Like, it doesn't matter what his background is or her background is. It's
I don't know. I hate them more.
in a weird situation. I don't think this is the guy who got on TV.
Yeah, but he's
he
not.
failed.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
he's not.
Sucks to be you, but I don't feel
know,
bad
man.
for you though.
He's not like taking any spot from any of us.
Oh, I'm not taking it like
all
that.
all the people working hard in the city right now are taking spots from us.
Yeah.
I wish half of them would quit. 75% of them probably should, right?
True.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Why do you hate him so much?
I don't hate him.
I
just
know.
don't care.
I think we got to the bottom of it
I
already.
think
To
we
be
can
honest,
see it in your fucking eyes.
I think we know.
Richard Pryor raped my mom.
That's just him. It was just a black guy, and he's so racist that I
It
was
just the
Richard
guy
Pryor.
doing Richard Pryor.
And
impression.
Denzel Washington mugged me, and
Exactly.
I saw Silver Streak and didn't like it.
I didn't like it much either. I don't care for his movies that much, but his stand-up is getting there. No, his stand-up's amazing.
Yeah, I don't hate Mason Pryor. I just don't give a shit that a guy who's famous failed. It could have been any celebrity's kid, and it's like I just don't have the the emotion of like, oh, sad for this guy. Like, he's gonna be fine. He still has millions of dollars of his dad's money. Like, he's gonna go home and cry. I mean, if he does, then who cares? It's like there's better people I can feel bad for.
I mean, we just don't know him well.
Like Zach here, he barely has a hand. His hand was bitten off almost by a dog.
That's his fault.
Was it? Oh, that's pretty cool,
It's
dude.
so gross. I love it.
That's cool.
I
Can't
feel
open
like people
jars.
just hate
Every
celebrity
high five
kids.
is pain for him. So I feel bad for Zach. And his dad was in Skid Row. So not the band, just the street.
Street. He's homeless. No, I feel like everyone just hates celebrities' kids.
Yeah, it's annoying.
See, you would actually have that. You know what? I get it now.
I don't like the.
I feel bad saying that because you had to go probably through a lot of horse shit just because of who your dad was.
I mean, I don't really care. I just don't tell people like that. You guys didn't know for like fucking 5 months or something. It's because there's like a bad connotation with being a celebrity's kid.
Yeah.
You know? When it just doesn't matter. I mean, my dad's like a dirty Jew. We live in the woods, so it's not like he's fucking Richard Pryor, but still, you know? I feel like you just see him up there and you're like, you fucking got that on the hand of.
I think if you were to be a keyboarder, then it would be harder for you than the average keyboarder. To be honest, I think people would have an attitude. I think people would just be like, "Oh, fucking impress me," and they would, do like this terrible young man and just be gleeful when you bomb, like gleeful when you do bad.
I'm more.
You're so happy.
It's more that I get upset because there's somebody who deserved that spot who didn't get it.
But what if he worked his ass off?
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. We don't know. We don't know how hard he worked.
No, maybe he's just
look at
not
the
funny.
end result.
If this was his first year, if this was his first year doing stand up, maybe an argument. But it isn't his first year doing stand up.
Yeah,
we don't know if he
deserves it. But he was still not good.
There's a million people who probably work hard or just put in the time and aren't. I'm not saying he's good or bad, or I really can't tell from that. Probably not good. I don't know. Maybe he's good. I don't know. But there are a million people who work hard and probably aren't as good as him. And I don't like that they get the default like, fuck him. It was like when like millions, like thousands of like open mic garbage comics just talked shit on Dane Cook. It's like fine. It's fine to not like Dane Cook. I think that he got lazy. I like his first album a lot.
Ugh,
but
I love Dane Cook.
It was a way. It was a way for like shitty comics to feel like they're good. To see this person in this position that maybe other people deserve. Like, yeah, but you'll never have half his talent. You don't deserve that spot.
Exactly.
So I get annoyed at the knee-jerk reaction of like, fuck this guy. I don't like it.
Especially when we're all in the same community. Like,
we're not in the same community. With him.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Is that he separates himself.
We're
from
not.
us.
You're not. Look, I'll text Mason right now, and
I'll send him a
see
new
what he has to
picture
say.
right now.
Oh, now
I have a tip pic ready to go for Mason.
I got a picture of his. I got a picture of his dick neck. So
I told you that I got nudes for my birthday when I asked for it.
I'm not that actually
on this
mad
podcast.
about
I was
this
like,
whole
everyone
thing
send me
with Mason.
nudes. It's my
More like,
birthday
fuck
this
that guy.
Saturday, and I actually got a bunch of nudes.
holy shit!
Yeah,
from dudes or girls?
From dudes.
Well, of course. That's pretty. Happy birthday. That's great. What a great.
And I wasn't
How
expecting
nice of these young men.
I know. I was like, oh shit.
How thoughtful.
There's some
See,
dicks
everyone
in my
says
DM.
people were saying that men are all scum and shit like that, but we will send pictures of our dick.
Yeah.
If you ask.
If you ask kindly
very
on a
generous.
radio show. I got multiple angles too. Happy
Of the
birthday
same
to
dick?
me. Of the same dick.
That's like extra thought. That's some Scorsese shit.
Yeah. It was beautifully choreographed, and composed.
What was the best one? Like, who was the Robert Altman of dick pics that you got?
I mean, they were a bunch of white dicks. I would have liked some more
I bet
diversity.
you would have really loved a Spike Lee dick.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Give me that Dominican dick.
Yeah,
But-
don't tell him over here. You fucking say, that dick's taking the spot of someone that deserves it.
Was it?
What? Did you just zone out?
No, was it? Taking the spot.
I think you're being too hard on Mason.
I think he's
So
doing
mean
fine
to-
without my.
You're
Without
so
me.
mean to Mason.
I don't think it really matters what I think of him in the long run.
Well,
It
yeah.
doesn't. I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna lose sleep over this. But
Yeah.
if I'm asked,
That's what I'm saying.
My initial
It's like-
reaction is, I just don't like seeing a comic go through anything hard. I don't
Yeah,
enjoy it.
it's
I don't
all
take any
about-
delight in it.
I'm not. I wasn't like, yeah, fuck him. He's failing.
Oh, you definitely were.
I was.
You made a sign.
I was here on the thing. You can see my reaction on here. It's just like,
There we
ugh. It's just like it feels gross to see that because like we've all failed on stage at some point.
I mean, well, the thing is, almost everyone is in a position that likely, if you scour the earth or the comedy scene, there's someone else who deserves it a little more.
Right.
I just realized I just get over it. Like I get over it at this point. I used to get jealous. So I think all of us did. But like now I see someone who doesn't deserve a spot, and it's like, okay, they did something right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But here's what was happening in this conversation: was you two were feeling bad for him, and I was like, "Fuck him, who cares?" That's really my reaction. I was like, well, who cares? He failed, and then
I mean,
Well,
I
you
don't
guys-
care if he lives or
you can
dies.
either
I
keep
don't know
on-
him at all.
your
but-
listeners didn't hear the N-word when you covered the mic, but
oh no, that's because Zach keeps beeping me. 'Cause sponsors
I want to freely say the N-word.
come
All
into
right.
blackface. You delete that episode off YouTube.
We need
but-
to wrap up. Eli, thanks so much for coming on. We
Oh,
have
thank you.
one last little question for you.
now we're talking.
All right. Ready? Fuck, marry, kill, open for. Robert Kelly.
All of them.
No, you can't.
Oh.
Rich Voss.
No, all of those for Robert Kelly.
Oh, really?
Fuck,
In that
marry,
order.
kill. Yeah.
In that order.
In that order. No, I'm not an animal. I'll save myself until marriage. We marry, fuck, and then I'll try to kill him. He'll probably kill me. He's much bigger than me. But fuck, marry, get killed by Bucko. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Robert Kelly, Rich Voss, Keith Robinson, Colin Quinn.
Mm-hmm. It's fuck, marry, kill is the options?
And open for on the road.
Oh, open for.
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't even know about that.
4 different options.
Hell. Do y'all got to go too? Or, like, is there any way to come back to me while y'all do it, or is this just all
No,
me?
you have to
It's
do it.
all me. Okay, I would,
You could take a moment and we could chit-chat over you.
marry, Rich Voss.
All right.
I really like Mitch, especially judging with him every week in the roasts.
Mhm.
He just cracks me up.
Yeah, he's
and you want to be
hilarious.
with someone who makes you laugh,
Mhm.
you know. So I'd marry Rich Voss. I would. The only thing is, I know Keith Robinson the least of all these people. So, but I'm not like a racist. So I would have you kill him for me. So
I
you
love
would
Keith
kill
Robinson.
him,
He's talented.
and
But he's black.
Shut up, dummy.
I would. I get to fuck someone too, right?
Yeah.
I would open for Colin Quinn.
Mm-hmm. Be careful about that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm smacking my. I would open for Colin Quinn. He's like a legend. I think I'd fuck Bobby, you know, because then I'd get to come back to the studio and do the show more,
Yeah.
hang out with you guys some. Like
Yeah.
if I'm Bobby Kelly's side piece, I feel like I get to hang out with y'all more.
That's true.
Just hang out in the studio and shit like that, and I'll bet Bobby he's probably great at fucking. I think he is.
So many people have said that.
Do a lot of people go with fuck Bobby?
A lot of people go with fuck Bobby.
I would fuck Bobby.
Yeah.
Look, I say it to myself so constantly when I watch him on TV.
Oh, I'd fuck him.
No, I say
Fuck that
fuck
guy.
Bobby. Fuck him. No, no, I love Bobby. He's hilarious, and I would fuck the shit out of Bobby.
All right. Well, thank you so much for giving us that visual. I'll never forget it. Where can
Or
we
him
find you?
fucking me.
That's true.
Everyone you
But
want.
that
No.
comes after.
No.
No, he
Bobby's
can't
a
fuck
power
me.
bottom.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bet. Anyway,
Where can we find you?
let's see. You can find me jacking off to Bobby Kelly in an hour in the restroom of Starbucks across the street or near here. Just check out. I don't think I have anything coming out. RoastMasters every Tuesday at the Stand. I tend to judge a lot. Check out my podcast Toga Party on iTunes.
That's a great name for a
Toga Party.
podcast.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. We have a good
Cool.
time. It's offensive. It's not for everyone, but
Sure.
fucking animals listening right now will probably like it.
Yeah.
So
We have pretty offensive fans.
good. God bless them.
And that's your Instagram right here, yeah?
I got Instagram. I do got Instagram. Look at that. Yes, Eli Sairs, ELISAIRS, or at Eli Sairs. It's the same for Twitter, at Eli Sairs. Following 424, 1,074. That's okay followers, I guess.
That's no Mason Pryor.
It's no Mason Pryor.
Great.
I don't pay attention to social media very much. Is 196 posts good?
No.
No? How many posts should I have?
I don't know. I have too
How many do you have?
I
now that you
post
posted all those
1,000
dick
times
pics.
a day.
Yeah. Now that you posted all the pics you got for your birthday.
You should have one for every defeated enemy.
Defeated enemy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Who,
killed
you?
over 3,000 people.
No, I meant like because he wins all the time.
I know.
Oh, no.
You should have so many sad faces, but who are
No, it's
gonna
always
go-
fun. That's the
who
thing.
go-
That's the thing about it. Is like I'm
Oh, you-
friends with all these guys who.
I don't
Eli
like
is so
I don't like your
kind.
nice your
Well, it's
southern
like dumb.
niceness.
It's like dumb to. It's no fun if you actually like hate each other and it's like fuck this guy. It's no fun. I'm like friends with everyone who I've battled, and it's
Yeah.
always been fun.
I like how you think we're actually mad when we're
I think
being
you are.
fun mad.
You're fucking getting racist at Richard Pryor's whole damn family.
Eli is
No,
literally
just
the
the shitty
king of crushing people, and he is so kind in real life.
It's all fun. It's all good. Everyone's just trying to have a good time. You know.
Aw.
I don't know.
Aw.
Who's your favorite keyboarder besides your dad?
I
Really
don't
don't.
even know. Mozart.
Keyboarder.
Mozart actually started on the keyboard.
Was he a keyboarder? Was
No.
he like
The
an
harp-
electric? Was he more of a DJ kind
We
of?
played the harpsichord.
Mozart was a DJ for a long time in Miami, and then he just started killing it on the classical piece.
Well, mine's Mavis Beacon. So
Who's that? I'm sorry, y'all were trying to wrap up. Shut up.
Who's that? What's his history?
Oh, Mavis Beacon teaches typing. You don't know what that is?
No.
Oh, it's an old typing program that used to use to teach you how to type. So
Oh, that was good if we knew the reference.
yeah.
All right, guys. You can find me on Instagram at Gabby is Brian. I have a new podcast coming out soon called Apocalypse with Katie Hannigan.
Oh, I love Katie.
Yeah.
And I love apocalypses.
Oh my God, you should come on.
Apocalypse. That's perfect.
Yeah, Katie's fucking hilarious. She's the host.
Oh, she's the best. Yeah.
I'm the producer and also the End of Days Prophet sidekick. It's gonna be.
Y'all are just gonna
Right.
talk about like the apocalypse or what?
Yeah, we do a different apocalypse scenario every show. So we
That's
do like
so
the
cool, dude.
Spanish influenza. It's going to be really, really cool. We're dropping the first 4 episodes next week or the week after, and then it'll be weekly.
That's fucking rad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to that like motherfucker.
Yeah, and you should come on, of course.
Oh yeah, I'll come on if you want me. I'll definitely listen.
Yeah, and then
Sick.
I have a couple shows coming up next month. So follow me on Instagram, and I post everything there.
Cool. Follow me at Mike V Suarez at Instagram and Twitter and all that shit. I'll be at Laugh Out Loud San Antonio the Sunday the 8th for a show. Come out. Just me-
I'll just be there.
I'm headlining that night, and we'll see what happens. It's a Sunday after Bert Kreischer, so that's why it's like, no one's gonna be there.
Don't put that in the universe. Everyone will be there.
Hopefully, Mason Pryor will be there, so I can.
Mason
apologize to
Pryor
him.
will be there front row, just like
Mason Pryor, if you show up, I'll give you. Please.
I'll give you a
I will-
blowjob.
No, I didn't say that. I'd say come
You
up.
did say that.
Prove me wrong on stage.
Ah.
So, and I will apologize to him.
And then is that it?
I have some other shows coming up. Go to my website, mikevsuarez.com.
Amazing. Zach, how are you feeling?
Pretty good.
Sick. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Follow us at YKW2 on Instagram and Twitter and everything, and listen to the show. And we love you. Send me more dick pics. Bye.